Testing. Is this mic on? It's on. I'm just kidding. Hi, what's up? Thank you guys for joining me. I am your host, Vaquita Taylor. Some of you guys know me as Q. I want to just welcome you tonight on this evening. We are going to have a dynamic show as we do always. Listen, it's a couple of ways you guys can reach me, creativeemotions3@gmail.com, Facebook. You can reach me at creativeemotions4. On IG, what up IG? Q Rising. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel, Vaquita Taylor. And I thank you guys so much for your support. On this show, you can call in live at 313-855-5737. You guys can call in. I'm going to give you that number again. 313-855-5737. I want to give a big shout out to WGOD Network. Thank you guys so much for having me. Podcastic. I want to give you guys a shout out as well. If you guys are interested in this platform, you can reach out to those two networks. Again, thank you for joining me. Here you are going to get these good vibes. You're going to get some good energy. You're going to get motivation, encouragement. You are going to get some type of knowledge. Listen, I'm going to do something so you can know something that you don't know already. Listen, for real. So today's show, every show now into the new year is going to be something that can help you with starting right now. You don't have to wait. You can literally start right now with whatever it is that you're trying to do, whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. You can start right now. I know the cliche is, when we get to January, we got a list of things that can be a little bit overwhelming, sometimes unreasonable. And so I'm here to let you know, you don't have to do that. You actually can start right now doing those things that your heart desires, those things that you want to do. And so today's show is called Restart Your Body. We talking mind, body, and spirits. Restart your body. So the body is hard work. 24/7, we are digesting food, we are assimilating nutrients, we're repairing damage, removing waste, ensuring every system, organ, and cell has what it needs to function properly. You don't even know. You busy without being busy. Your body being busy. And so you got to be mindful, like your limbs are being busy, but your body is being busy too. So we have to be mindful about what we're bringing in and what we're doing. And so being busy, we tend to overlook those things like what's happening inside instead of keeping up with our busy lives, because sometimes we can be doing too much. And so just really sit back and take note. What am I doing? Do I need to be doing this? Is it helping me? Am I making money from it? Is it helping someone else? So really go back to why it is you're doing what you're doing and with your body too. So we are eating on the go. We're not prepping food or eating foods that help our body. And your body deserves that fresh start, and your body deserves what it needs. The new year coming up, like I said, we don't have to wait. We can literally do this thing right now. I am not alone. Today, I brought Chef Wilson with me that is going to talk a little bit more about some of the things that we can do. So I'm excited about restarting your body. What's up?
Good evening.
She's talking about good evening.
We always talking, so as soon as Q starts talking, I'm usually laughing.
Always laughing. You get on the phone laughing, Lord. But drinking water.
Wow, that's a very, very important way to start and end your day. So, are we drinking water? And how are we consuming water? I talk to men about this all the time. And you know what? I'm going to start this out that I'm not a doctor, but I have a really, really deep passion for health, men and women. So I do a lot of research, and the research that I do on myself. So I try these things. Good. And just the title of this show, Restarting Your Life, me being 54 and, restarting minds. Anyone who knows me, that I always try to stay up on my health. But I just took it to another level here about 6 months ago. Mm-hmm. So it was a restart for me.
Yeah.
So I looked closely into the things that I was putting into my body.
Yeah.
So I'm going to talk to the men first because, women, you guys are really good at taking care of yourself, keeping appointments.
I don't know. We ain't gonna level nothing. We just gonna say this for everybody, but he's specifically talking
I'm
to
talking
the men.
to men, right.
Because
we usually go in with something break.
To each his own. I know a lot of times women have a lot of stuff going on. We can be over the top busy, and a lot of times we don't be doing nothing, but we still be busy. I know me personally, when my children were younger, I was busy running around doing a whole bunch of nothing. I mean, it was something, but it wasn't nothing. It was like when I got home, I was exhausted. I didn't have anything to give them. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I had to, run here, do this, and drop them off here, and do this and do that. So on top of that, now we got to make sure we eating right. We got to make sure we're drinking water. We got to make sure we're doing this. We got to call people back. We got to, meet obligations. We got to go to work. We got to cook dinner. It's a lot.
It's a lot, and I agree. And I tell people all the time, I'm just listening to you. And I say this all the time. You can forget to return an email, call someone back.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Keep an appointment, maybe even pay a bill on time. But how you going to forget about you?
Wow. That's good.
How? In this course of the day, and I'm listening to what you're saying, and I've been a victim of it also. So we live in a society where success is everything, right? Mm-hmm. And we're not talking that much about mental health or physical health, right? And this is the things that hold the success together. And I talk even on Girlfriend, a show that I do on Tuesdays at 9.
Mm-hmm. What's the name of it?
Girth.
Okay. Tuesday at 9.
Tuesday at 9.
Plug.
Just that plug in. And I was talking with the guys about this. I think I first talked with them about this. I said, success is nothing if you're not here to celebrate it. It's called a memorial service.
Wow. Yeah.
And
that's the truth.
Yes, that is the truth. So I did want to start this segment out with the men. And and I've been a victim of this too. We don't like the bad news. We don't like anything that's going to stop our forward movement, right? And we just feel like if we go into these appointments, someone's going to tell us that, hey, a doctor's appointment I'm speaking of, that, hey, you're going to have to take some time off work. You're going to have to slow down in this area just when things are going good for us, right? So we kind of prolong that, and we try to just ignore it.
Tough it out. Go to the doctor. Take care of yourself.
Yeah, man, it's not that much. It's only a couple appointments, per year, and blood work and things of that nature, so you know where you're at. And talk to the man in your family, right? Because this stuff runs through your bloodline. If it's something with the prostate, high blood pressure, talk to them, so you know what you're dealing with. You spoke of earlier about water, so I did want to start with that. We have to stop drinking bottled water, man, because it strips you of your testosterone level. Right?
Wow.
So, like currently, you can get this bottle here at any sport good place online. It's glass, but I got the one wrapped in plastic, right? And so if I drop it, because I'm a little rough at times and stuff, put a filter on your faucets at home, right? Not taking anything from the manufacturers, people who are doing bottled water.
Right.
But if we start, and I did some research back, guys started having ED problems when all this was introduced.
ED, what? Erectile.
Yes.
Okay. Erectile.
All right, so I was just trying to.
Erectile
dysfunction.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh, that's a thing.
That's a big thing right now.
Got you.
And so,
what's ED?
Yeah, this water, we have to start, and it only takes a minute. Like, this is literally like 20 ounces. So I have 2 of these, right? So it would equate to me 8 ounces, about 4 to 5 glasses of water, right? And that's cool for me while I'm at work and stuff. I don't need to consume too much more than that.
They're running to the bathroom.
Right. And the things that I'm going to talk to for you ladies that are listening, you have husbands, take notes, and I'm going to share all this stuff with the things we're going to discuss with Q. And this is a shopping list for men. Take it to the grocery store. Ladies, this is a grocery list for you, and it will be one for you also. But it's a gift that you give back to yourself, if you keep your husband in good health.
Amen to that.
It's a gift that gives back to you.
Give back. Stop playing.
Right. So with the water, we have to pay close attention to that. Drink it in the morning and also drink it at night. It's very important. I did a little research, and like for men, your T levels start dropping after like 9 p.m., right? That's why sometimes when you wake up in the morning, you're feeling really good. You know what I'm talking about? Because your body has had, your T levels will increase. But you need to put the right things in your system. Mm-hmm. So we're making a lot of money these days, and we're making moves. We're being successful, right? So with this money, we call ourselves treating ourselves, but we're really not. You know, the processed foods that we're consuming, mm-hmm. right, is killing your T levels. Is wrecking date night.
Wow. And what you mean by you feel like you treating yourself? You talking about when you go and when you are spending all this money on these elaborate restaurants and
meals, right? Mm-hmm. Because we can afford them now. I remember when James Brown was living, and you know, they did a little report on him, and he said that because you know he suffered from colon cancer, and he said, I thought I had made it because I was able to eat steak and potato every night. Wow. And he said that was my way of treating myself because I thought I was successful, right? And we do that as men. So we'll sit down somewhere and and there's nothing wrong with steak, you know, because it's one of the things on my list, and lamb, but everything in moderation, man. And
everything in moderation.
Yes. And so right along with sitting down doing that, we're doing the alcohol, right? Now, it's nothing wrong in moderation, maybe 1 or 2 drinks chased by some water. But after that point, what you're doing is stripping your T levels. So right along with the steak and the drinks, you're wrecking date night. Any chances of you in the future, if you're trying to work out and you're trying to build muscle and lose fat, what you're doing is fighting against yourself, only because we can afford to treat ourselves. Wow. I'm just going to leave it there. Beer also is one of the number one things on the bad hit list. Mm-hmm. So what happens when you drink the beer, the hops in that, it disables your liver from being able to get rid of the estrogen, right? Mm-hmm. So once again, we can afford to do these things, but what we're doing is we're wrecking ourselves. Right along with that, marijuana. Now, I know that's a big thing, not trying to kill anybody's business, but that also decreases your testosterone levels. Because it's a real thing. People are doing it. This is real. It's real. I mean, it's real. I hope that you stop, because you're not living in reality, but I ain't nobody here to judge you. We're not judging that. Municipal purposes, but it stays in your system and it works against you up to 24 hours. Right. Oh, wow. Right. So, like, you may have a lot of younger men that are doing it right now, so they're not really seeing the effects of it because, you know, your T level starts dropping at the age of 30. So they still have a little bit to work with. But, man, my age and stuff, come on, we got to slow this thing down. And then we're going to go to the seafood. Seafood is good. But when seafood is farm raised, the pesticides, that's decreasing your T levels also. So try to go organic or wild caught, even with the salmon. Mm-hmm. We think we're doing a good thing, but when you are at the supermarket, you're going to see it right there, and it's going to say farm raised, right? Tilapia, eel, right, was on the list. Yeah. No. Right along, when you go to the grocery store, since we're talking about this list, and I'm going to run it down, deli meat. We have to stay away from that's a way of processed meat. If you must do anything, go to a butcher. And I'm going to, for those who... Fancy. Yeah. Now... Go to the butcher. If you go to... when you go to the supermarket and you see that deli meat wrapped in that plastic, that's pretty much like the bottled water, right? The proper way is to, when you, and I'm sure we've been to some butchers, when they wrap it in the brown paper. Okay, it's not releasing a chemical that's going to work against you. So try to go to a butcher. If not, get you a chicken breast, cook that up, right? Organic, right? The pesticides is stripping us also. I have noticed, even at my age, People say, well, how do you know organic is true? You know?
Yeah, you know everything got an organic tag on it now.
Well, most things, some things don't, right? However, it's when you take time to shop and you're not in a rush, right? Now, it's going to be a little bit more costly, right?
Yeah.
But you have to stay away from the big cheap deals, right?
Not the 4 for $4. Stay away from the 4 for $4.
Right. And I'm not crashing anybody's dreams,
crashed your
right?
party with a bulldozer.
So I'm gonna take it back in moderation, right? Processed foods, you know, hot dogs, right? They're good for ball games, right? If you sitting down on Sundays, you know, you doing your thing, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But we in moderation. So everything I'm talking about, this alcohol, moderation. If you must have marijuana, in moderation, right? Another thing that was on the list and I found to be surprising was microwave popcorn. I was like, wow, that too?
What's wrong with microwave popcorn?
Also the microwave, the chemicals in that. So remember back in the day when you actually got the seed and you got the big pot and you put the little oil in there and you shook it up? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you must have it, right? Let's do it that way. Guys, ladies, pay attention, please. Sometimes we think we're doing everything right, but we live in a society, like I said before, where success is everything. So as I drive past most restaurants, I see the lines wrapped around the corner.
Oh, man.
Right?
Around the corner.
Right. Process.
Yeah. Quick. That's what we see as mothers. Quick,
and the big deal, right? And we do, and we see the big deal, but we have to stay away from that. So let's just move on here because we know that the processed food is not the way to go. I think we've been knowing that for a while.
I think everybody got an idea of it, but it is good to know some of the things that may be our favorites. That, you know, one of the things that I do on a regular is fast. Fasting is good. It's not about losing weight because everybody think like, oh, I can not eat and, you know, lose weight. And it's not about that. Again, going back to that mind, body, and spirit. When you fast, it aligns you. It gets you back together. When you let go of all of this stuff, you know what I'm saying? Even the vices, when you let all of that go and you just go back to your natural state, I just feel like that's the healthiest you can be. Drinking a gallon of water, I had to do that. I did a 21-day cleanse, a gallon of water a day. And if you work at the plant and you on the line, don't do it. But I did. And fasting and prayer and being intentional, it really, really helps.
And it brings clarity.
Definitely.
Anybody who's did any type of detox, you know, afterwards, it does bring a clarity to you. Even when you wake up in the morning, you wake up with energy. So some of the products that we're doing also, man, that we're unaware of is the soy products and the milk that they push nowadays. That's also decreasing your testosterone level. Flaxseed oil, you should not be taking that. That's another one on the hit list that if you did not know, that is really stripping you. And these are things we need to discuss. So I'm going to stop there. And then I'm going to share these links with you so that you can share it with the guests.
You sure?
Yep. So
look at the green dot.
So also, now we're going to go to the positive things that can instantly boost his testosterone levels. Things like the sweet potatoes, kale. And then egg yolk has gotten a bad rap, but it's actually a healthy thing, right?
Why did it get a bad rap?
It got a bad rap for years for the cholesterol level, but it's the way that we cook this, right? So
can't get no Lawry's on there.
It's what we put it in, what we put on it, and what we cook it in, right?
Okay.
All the saturated fats and stuff and the oils. Okay, that's what start to make it unhealthy, right?
Oh, okay.
And if you look in your cabinet, and most of your cooking oils have the soy in it, being in it, right? So we love fried chicken, right? So that's what happens. So we have to pay attention to that. The pumpkin seeds is also good for men. Mecca, and which I have some here. A person, you can come in a powder form, it's like a root. But what I have here, I have it in a tea form. So I've been doing my tea for quite a while and stuff, and it gives you energy, your
That's just for
endurance
men?
level.
Let me see that.
No, it's for women also.
Oh,
That's for women also.
Nice.
So it increases your endurance level, your energy level, even arousal as far as for your libido. It boosts your libido also, right?
and it's called maca,
Maca.
MACA root tea.
Yes. And you can also do this in a powder form. Now, if you buy it in a powder form, you can add it to a smoothie, you can add it to your oatmeal, or you can add it to your water. So that is one of the other things that I do. I have been doing that for quite a while and stuff. Sometimes I have gotten away from it. When I get back on it, I notice the difference. So that's another one on the hit list to be good things. Kale. Now, the kale you can do in a form in your salads.
Smoothies.
And smoothies. Yeah, mixed with your spinach. It'll be good for your salads. But all these things that we're talking about, I want you to try to consume them in their natural state. I know we like things that smell good and taste good. I do. You know, I'm a chef on the side.
I do.
But let's start steaming, right? Let's stay away from the frying as much as possible. I'm not just saying just go cold turkey, because you treat yourself every once in a while, right?
What about sauteing? That's the same thing? Like olive oil?
Yeah, you can do a nice olive or avocado oil. I like avocado oil because for the heat rate, it goes up to like 500 degrees before it starts breaking down on you. Olive oil, it breaks down a lot quicker, and at that point, it's toxic, right?
So if we overcook some of those things, the nutrients
they're gone. They're gone. That's why they
sit there.
You said sauteing, but if you steam it,
ain't getting not a piece of nutrient.
Right. So you want to steam it, right? You want to steam it, and you want to keep your like when you're at work, and take a cold lunch, right? You don't have to pop in the microwave, because that's also zapping all the nutrients and minerals out of your food, right? So when you're at work, I know even in the wintertime, try to take you a salad, right? And it'll save you some time. You don't have to wait in line.
He said, is that a daily dosage?
Which one?
What are you talking about, Charles? Is what daily dosage? He said pumpkin seeds, sweet potatoes. Is that
the pumpkin seeds?
No, he hasn't answered yet, but he was asking, is that a daily dosage?
So any type of fruit, it's always what you can fit in the palm of the hand, and we were talking about that earlier. And so what you can, even a piece of meat is what you're supposed to have, that can fit in the palm of your hand, right? So that's why I was talking about in moderation. We eat way too much meat. You know what I'm saying? And it stays in your system for quite a while. So any of the things, and it can be almonds were a good thing on the list also. So it's all what can fit in the palm of your hand, and that's all you need, okay?
What about air frying?
Air frying is, for what I see right now, is fine. I hadn't heard anything negative.
Okay, right.
Negative about it.
Doing the research that literally is out there. Again, he is not an expert. He's not a doctor. He is coming with the knowledge that he has as a chef and knowing what he know about food. So we want to clarify that. We want to get that out there. Because, each one reach one. And when you have knowledge, it's good to share that knowledge. And that's what this show is about. Again, if you're just tuning in, we are talking about restarting your body. And we don't have to wait to January to do that. You can do that right now. You can go to the grocery store like tomorrow. You can write your list tonight, and you can go and get these things that he's talking about.
Most definitely. So you most definitely, anything that can fit in your palm of your hand and stuff. And we don't have to overeat in the morning. I think breakfast is sometimes overrated. We want to dump the cheese on it, which is bad for your T levels.
And that's for men, right?
Men and women also, for your cholesterol. No, just for cholesterol.
Okay.
Right. So cheese is one of the things that cow milk is not. It's not really good for us at all.
I love
but if
cheese.
you must have it organic and in small portions, because it's a treat, right? You're just treating yourself. You're not eating it every day. The sugar is another thing that's bad for us, and sugar is 100% unnecessary for your survival.
Wow!
Right? You can go without it for the rest of your life and be
good.
Be good, right? diabetes,
It's addictive.
yeah, once you get into the diabetes, it slowly closes up your arteries. A lot of people don't know that.
Nah, I don't
Right.
think I've heard that either.
Yep. Chia seed is another one. And you can put that in a smoothie or in your oatmeal. And if you must eat your oatmeal, try to go organic, right? Not all the flavor packs, because once again,
You talking about just regular
regular oatmeal, and then you add like honey. Raw honey is good for energy, and it's good for men and women.
Nice.
So you can add your own flavor into it. You know, you can put your own cinnamon in it.
Oh,
correct?
right, yeah.
That's
yeah, make
another
it natural.
part of processing the food. And even when you have the flour that we have that they fry in, right? You take a wheat flour, and by the time it's processed, all the minerals are gone out of it, right? So now it's
right.
unhealthy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then for men, it's a no-no because it takes the zinc out, and the zinc is a big building block for our testosterone levels, man.
You men better listen. Share this with some men that you know.
What can you eat that have a lot of zinc in it?
Lamb has a lot of zinc in it.
Wow. You see that? Them lamb chops? You better cut. Kellen, I know you be cooking them lamb chops. A lot of zinc.
Yeah, zinc in it, and so.
He said, where do you get the pumpkin seed product?
Oh, it's a couple of whole food places, natural, I would say in Ferndale, Natural Food Patch. It's two on 9 Mile and Woodward, right? And they'll sell them right there fresh in the bag. So any health food place you can go and get your pumpkin seed. And that's good for your prostate, man, also. I know we've heard a lot about it. If you've known of some relatives that may have suffered from prostate cancer, you know, we have to take care of that. You know, you need to eat your tomatoes. We have to let go of the processed food and the alcohol, which is not good for it also.
That processed food, she said chia seeds are good in water.
Yes.
Didn't hear that. Nice.
Yes. Yeah. See, a lot of people like me, I'll dump some in, oatmeal. So it all depends on a person and
like
preference.
yogurt.
So I
and
can
different
in yogurt,
things.
yeah. And if you must do a yogurt, do a full fat yogurt. You know, everybody say low, but you need full fat. Like avocados are good too for lady and man because it's a good fat. So it helps when your body gets that good fat, it helps release that stored fat.
Oh, that's wow.
And that goes back to the microwave. So when you microwave your food you're eating, right, by the time your system digests, it's empty calories. That's why you find yourself at work at the vending machine after lunch.
And looking for
your
something.
body like, what happened here? You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of times.
Scavenging. Out here scavenging.
Yes, you're absolutely right. So if we're saying anything at all, we're highly successful these days, but let's slow down and go back to eating more of a natural state, even of food. Let's go back to steaming it. If you, and some of your meats, broil it, bake it. It's fine,
Or just stop.
Yeah,
Stop eating it.
Yeah. Now, and vegetarians also, now there's nothing wrong with that also, you know what I'm saying? But you can eat your beans, right? So you're a vegetarian now, right?
I'm not a vegetarian. I eat seafood and that's it. And even that, it's always something going on. And anytime anybody have any control over the food that you eat, if you're not going and going to get the fish, even that, you don't have control over the water that the fish are in. So, I just eat seafood now. I eat seafood, veggies, like I said, drink water, fruit, things like that. I stopped that maybe in the beginning of the year. I did a 21-day cleanse, and with that cleanse, it was a program that I went through, and the supplements that I took were all the things that we need for our body. So it wasn't any, it was like the minerals, everything that we need was in the supplement. So it was no food for 21 days, a gallon of water, and then it was the supplements that you need for your body. I did that for 21 days. And not only, because I didn't lose a whole lot of weight, but it was a different level that it took me to mentally, because like I said, any type of fasting, it is an alignment. You get back to your original state. That is something, if you're a believer, that is something that we should do regularly. You shouldn't be worrying, and one of the things you can do is fast and pray about a lot of things that we worry about. And so that's what I did. And so before I even went on the fast, on the cleanse, it was a cleanse, but I used it for my spiritual purposes. I was picking through chicken. I'm picking through it, and I'm looking like, I don't know why I was feeling some type of way. But again, a lot of times our mind is here, our body is here, our spirit somewhere else, like we all over the place. But when you get that alignment, then you can really walk in all of who you are. And so I was picking through the chicken, and this was before I did the cleanse, and I'm like, this don't look right. I love chicken. Let's just start there. I never had a problem with that. But before I did that, I started picking through the chicken, and then after I did the cleanse, I just was like, I'm done. It wasn't I didn't see what the health. I didn't see, none of that stuff that just gets you scared for your temporary moments. I literally was like, oh, I'm done. And I didn't eat no more chicken. I didn't eat no more steak, no more lamb chops. And I love lamb chops and I love steak. But I literally was like, I'm done. And that was for my own reason. It wasn't because, again, nothing I seen, nothing scared me. It was just like they doing too much to this food. And even, like I say, even with the fish, because I eat salmon, I eat shrimp, and I know that everybody like, oh, they bottom feeders, they this and that. Like I said, everything, you can say something about all the food. It's about what works for you. And me, personally, I took meat, that type of meat, out of my diet.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Out of a 7-day week, I'll do a vegetarian diet, maybe like 3 to 4 days out of that. And I thought about it. Meat, you don't have to have meat every day, right? If you think back many years ago, before refrigerators, there was no way to keep it. So even if you had a successful hunt, you had to eat it real quick, and that was it. Until the meat maybe came back through the region, right? And then like I said, sometimes you came back and your hands were up because you couldn't catch anything, so you went back to a vegetarian-based diet. People, we have to remember that. What
do bears eat?
You. Grizzlies are meat eaters.
Don't they? Are they?
Yeah, grizzlies are meat eaters.
They don't eat like plants and.
They do, but they're meat eaters. Grizzlies are. Brown bears are. Yeah, they will eat a vegetable.
Grizzly.
But because we moved into their neighborhoods, they end up eating our trash, and they're probably unhealthy also. But
right, eating all that mess.
So as we go through this list, and that's another thing, it's okay to have half of your week just be a vegetarian-based diet. I don't think, maybe not a vegan. I think it's a good thing. I think you save on your grocery bill.
No.
I'm going to tell you the reason why. You save on your...
you come out vegetarian.
Yeah, meat is very high these days. They can't stop processing enough of it because, look at the lines. Chickens are being produced in half the time they're supposed to. Right, in a controlled environment. Yeah. I'm just going to put it that way. Even our beef are not free-range anymore, right? The grain, everything they're eating just for a bigger, larger cow, I mean, they're at high demand. So the quality of the meat is not what it used to be, right? So you can be out here and eating this chicken, right? If I'm eating all these chicken salads, what's going on? They're full of growth hormones, right? Yeah. So you are what you eat.
Yeah. Did you see that one chicken going around on Facebook? That boy was like, was that a hawk? Did you see that, Miles? The chicken was like big, like a dog big.
Oh, wow. So,
like, I don't know what, that chicken had muscles and everything.
So that's not good.
I don't know what.
But I have to apologize, ladies, because I'm going to go through some things. Can I come back, and share a little bit more information one day?
Yeah,
okay.
But you can, of course.
So, because there's a lot here.
Every show now is going to be geared toward people pulling out the best of themselves. Okay. So You guys tune in. I'm going to have Chef. Why I keep saying Chef?
You trying to shelf
Wilson.
me?
Show book.
Chef Wilson. We're going to have him back definitely.
I'll
But go
bring a
ahead,
dish next time.
Share some things about for the women.
For superfoods for the ladies, broccoli. Go through them real quick here. Broccoli is very good for you. The beets. These are all things that we should be preparing at home in natural states, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's keep us out of the fast food place. Turmeric. Let's look at here. Sardines. Wow. And I'm going to go back and tell you why. Kale made the list for men and women, right?
Mm.
So, that's a wonderful thing. Blueberries. I love blueberries. I'm sure you do too also.
Yes, I do.
Another superfood is black beans. And you know what I love about this list and these foods?
Mm-hmm.
These foods have you, since we're talking about clarity and slowing down a little bit, what I love about these foods, you have to slow down to prepare them at home. And I'm sure you can get them at many places, right? But this just puts us back in perspective of things, right? Start meal prepping for yourself.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at all these foods, black beans. How many people eat black beans, or have you eaten black beans? If it wasn't like at a Mexican restaurant in a dish, how many people are eating black beans at home?
Like
we came up on
regular
beans.
by itself?
Black beans?
Just by itself, like a
Oh
side
no, you
dish?
eat them with a dish. Yeah,
No,
with
I
a
put
dish.
them in my chili.
That's chili.
That's about it.
Yeah, you can put them in your chili. Number one.
Vegetarian chili is the best.
Yep. Cherry tart. I haven't. Can you make some for me?
Oh yeah.
Okay, thank you.
I got
Cherry
you.
tart that comes in a juice form.
$20. No.
That comes in the juice form. Almonds, we talked about almonds. Just enough to fit in the palm of your hand. Is an excellent superfood for ladies. Yeah, isn't that something?
Tear your teeth up, but them boys hard.
And that's the other thing. When you start eating food at its natural state, and it's good to take vitamins and these liquid vitamins, but we want to keep our digestive system active, right? So we want to eat food in its natural state because your digestive system was built to break that down, not the processed food, right?
Oh yeah.
Right. So, and I think I talked with guys about this on a previous show. Eating for a date night. You got to eat for a purpose here, for energy, for endurance, for your skin, and that's clarity right there. So I think that just and I don't like using the word diet, but with you changing your style of eating, your lifestyle. You'll find yourself, like what I do now, you'll find yourself doing more research. You'll find yourself slowing down in the grocery store.
Yeah, reading that stuff.
Yes. You won't have so many foods off the shelf in your basket. It's lots of days I don't even make it that way.
What about Cmos?
You know what? I love Cmos. Look what I have here. Cmos.
Really?
Yes.
I'm gonna be honest. I haven't tried it.
Oh, you haven't? It's not bad because we had someone on the show.
It looked like
and
something pull out of the ocean.
You're right. That's where it comes from. That's where it comes from.
I'm just saying it just looked like it. Like.
And Cmos is good for men and women, maintaining your weight, energy, your libido, everything. That's another superfood. Cmos is another date night superfood, guys. And it's funny because I'm going to pause here. I did a little research and I was thinking about it. I said, well, wow, I look at athletes, right? So before a big game night, they're not eating all this processed food, right? Guys, I'm just telling you, like the average game is somewhere like 48 minutes, right? So you got these athletes and they have to be at the tip-top shape, right? So they're not out having drinks. They're not out eating a big steak, cheese, fries, cheeseburger with triple cheese on it, right? Because they have to perform for the evening.
Right, yeah.
I mean, guys, we have to look at this unless you want to end up like the Lions.
Oh, God, don't do the Lions, okay? Pray for them.
Okay. So, don't drop the ball, fumble.
Pray for them. Listen, husbands, if you want to be right, listen to him with the stuff in
and I'm
the
telling you,
superfoods.
and take your time. Take your time. When we're at the grocery stores, let's slow down and read what we're putting in the basket, right? Let's look out for the saturated fats, right? Let's look out for the soy for men. We don't want that, right? And we're consuming it at alarming rates, and we just don't realize it. And ladies, I'm going to share these links, and I'm going to share them on your page because it's literally these foods. It's so many of them, but this is a grocery list for you. And I started doing this probably a couple years ago, but I really, in the last 6 months, I really gotten into it. And I'll take my phone, and this is just my grocery list. Now, I walk past the deals, but I walk right by them, and it's a reason why they're offering you so much.
10 for 10?
Yes, right.
20 for 20. I get them.
If your husbands don't have time to do the shopping, you are. Please, I'm going to share this. This is your grocery list, and this many foods for women also for healthy hair, skin, nails. Let's get back to that. Let's just slow down a bit, right? We're successful. We can afford anything we want, right? But let's put ourselves first, not last when it comes to this, okay?
Yeah, that's
I know
good.
we have to wrap up here, and it was so much more that I would like to share. But
I'm gonna have you back.
Yeah, and I'm gonna bring a dish also.
Yeah.
I'm
That'd be
gonna
cool.
leave it at because I want to say so much more, but I'm gonna leave it, okay?
You're talking about I'm gonna leave it.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave this alone, but mainly, I
That
love
was a
you.
lot of good information. Someone said thanks for the information. That was good information. Somebody said seafood jelly. I'm not sure what that is.
Cmos gel. That's what they're talking about.
Cmos gel.
And
Okay.
I have some, and I'll take me
He
a
said,
tablespoon.
what are the benefits of CMOS?
Energy, maintaining your weight, your libido. It's endless. It's a superfood.
It's a superfood. Let's get the superfood. Listen, I just want you guys to refocus, reclaim your life, reclaim your health, use your mind and your energy right while you can. It is so many people that are not able to even go grocery shopping for themselves. I was in a line today picking up some things, and the lady was in a chair in a the little buggy. She bent over. And a lot of people are not even that old. So it's like, we gotta do better and do what we can do with this vessel, this dirt body that we have that is borrowed, and just do right by it. Do right by your body, because your mind, it just all needs to align. We all need to align. Do you do personal service?
Yes, I do.
So if you can give people your information and how they can reach you, that would be awesome.
You can inbox me. Or I'll friend you, Fred Wilson at Facebook. That's probably one of the best ways. I do have an Instagram page for my chef needs. And you know what? Yeah, let me give it that and stuff. Let me see, because I didn't zoom past this a little bit. And it will be my pleasure.
So you do brunches,
I'll do
personal
brunches.
date nights. If you don't want to cook, call them up, okay? I've had his food, and it's delightful.
I'll come in and
Set the table.
I'll set the table,
And,
music, everything, right?
Okay.
But you can catch me on my Instagram page was Fred Wilson 1183. Let me see here. Yep, Fred Wilson 1183. Please give me a phone call. You have any questions? Anything you want me to I can share with you. It's something that I'm very passionate about, and I believe anything that you were doing in your 20s and your 30s, you should be able to do in your 40s and your 50s, because I am.
Okay.
I was telling somebody,
ages?
I'm 54.
Oh.
So I'm currently per
ain't
day,
scared?
I said, man, I'm up to, and I just reached my mark last week. I'm over 600 push-ups a day, right? And
You showing out?
I'm showing out.
Okay.
And that was one of my goals, right? So, and I wanted to share this. And then also with my exercise, man, and ladies, you can take these to work. Oh, these are resistant bands. These are 20 pounds. So you can fold them up, take them in your bag. When I'm at work, you can do your squats with them, your curls, right? On your lunch breaks, you can sit at your desk and do this.
I do. I got resistant bands for my legs.
Yeah.
Do leg squats and just use your time wisely.
And man, that's where a lot of your T levels come from, your testosterone levels. Start doing those lunges, those squats. Take care of your core. That's where it starts at. Believe me.
I guess that was a plug.
That was
all
a plug.
You married men out there, get yourself together. Okay?
Because
so
the
that
ladies
you can
are
be
talking.
all you need to be for your wife. Yeah, it's a little.
Ladies are talking. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying?
Ladies are talking.
They're talking. They love the success, right? No problem there, right? You don't want to be on the Lions team because they're looking for players.
Oh my God. He gonna hit him with the womp womp. He gonna hit him with the womp womp. Yes. She said, okay, muscles. Listen, again, I want to thank you guys so much for joining me. Again, every show for the rest of the year is going to be something that you can start doing right now just so you can be the best version of yourself. And you can start right now. We don't have to wait until January. We don't have to make resolutions. We don't have to be overwhelmed with expectations. And don't have other people's expectations weighing you down. Make sure you bet on you. Bet on yourself. Say, you know what? I know I can do it. And when you say you know you can, do it. I believe in you.
Yes.
I'm here for you. Yes. And I love you, and there is nothing you can do about it. Listen, join me here next Wednesday at 6 p.m. Every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Again, go and subscribe to my YouTube channel at Vaquita Taylor so you can get these notifications live as well. Again, thank you so much. I love you guys, and it ain't nothing you can do about it. Peace.